some short remarks, some remarks on Chair Sylvia Lim, and thereafter Mr. Perera and Gerald Giam also some words to share. Let me just start by I'm very grateful for the support of our Mandarin-only speaking supporters. Very grateful for their support. And I do have to apologize for the party not having a representative to Channel 8 debate yesterday. We have individuals in the party who can make speeches in Mandarin, communicate effectively with residents in Mandarin, but the quality of the proficiency required to participate in a live debate is of a higher order. The Workers' Party will continue to try to attract Singaporeans, bicultural Singaporeans, who can participate in such debates. But obviously they must be interested in public service first. We'll continue to try and reach out to these Singaporeans. I understand there is a live Taobao dialogue today, and the Workers' Party will be sending a representative. So thank you very much, and thank you for your forbearance and understanding.
稍微讲一点华语了，好 ，OK。说工人党没有派代表去参加。我看你还是 OK。OK。说工人党没有派代表去参加昨晚18波道的政治辩论，向大家道歉。不过我们会派代表去参加早报的对话。工人党还是需要更多人才，我们也希望得到大家的支持和谅解。
徐斌，我可以多你问一个问题吗？
没有那个。
自从在4月刘成强有协商后，我就协助他在安渔区的职务。我有机会接触很多居民，这让我更了解他们的情况，他们的顾虑。如果我们入选的话，希望我有信心，跟我的同事能够继续为安渔区的选民可以继续为安渔区的选民做服务。
我想问一下，
可以 Can I say that again?
Okay.
我再 say the whole thing again. 对自从4月刘成强先生协商后，我就协助他在安渔区的职务，有机会接触到很多居民。如果我们被入选的话，我有信心我们能够继续为安渔区的选民做服务。
Again, could you repeat that for us in English?
Yeah, sure. I was asked to take over Mr. Lau Chiang after he had his unfortunate fall in April. So since that time, I've been actually working with the residents on the ground to help to understand better about what their circumstances are and what their concerns are. So I've been able to reach out to many residents by reaching out to first the community leaders to understand because they are more familiar with the ground. And so I reached out to them, and they were able to refer me to a lot of residents who actually were in need. So even during the challenging period of the circuit breaker, where I wasn't able to do house visits, I was able to actually get in touch with a lot of residents who actually were in need. And so I was able to solve some of their problems together with the help of the community leaders and our grassroots.
Sorry, Mr. Giam, Mr. Singh as well, just another question.
Excuse me, we'll take beyond the hour will speak, and then please ask your question. Thank you so much.
So I'll just make a few comments on what I've been doing here in Algeria. My voice is a bit soft, please bear with me. So I have been actually working here on the ground with the Algeria team for several years. I've been doing house visits in HDB estates and also in private estates, and I was on the ground on nomination day and also the day after that, and quite heartened that some of the residents recognized me and I recognized them from the previous house visits that I did, mostly in the Serangoon ward. And when we engage with residents, we do try to have meaningful conversations, and to that end I've been engaging residents with rudimentary Chinese, rudimentary Malay, as well as English, and I have room to improve, in both languages. But I'm certainly trying to step up on that. I've also been involved in all the constituency events in Serangoon Ward of Aljunied GRC for some time, and it's been a challenge to practice my singing. Still some way to go to be as good as Sylvia. And also welfare interventions and Aljunied-wide constituency events. In Parliament, I have found many questions to bring some accountability and transparency to executive decisions on a range of issues such as ranging from sovereign wealth fund, transparency to things like foreign student scholarships and so on. I've moved to adjournment motions on economic policy and the class sizes in education. I've spoken on a range of bills as well. So essentially hope to really, I think all of us hope to be given the opportunity to continue serving the voters in Aljunied. Thank you.
Maybe, so that's the short few statements that some of the Aljunied team members wanted to, yes. Let me just start that again. So the team just wanted to make a few comments before we started our outreach this morning at the Kovan market. So perhaps we can take some questions from yes, please.
So we will take up the NCMP offer if you are to do so, yeah.
It's a very speculative question at the moment, but I'm sure we will have to address these matters after polling day.
Question for the Aljunied team.
Yes.
Just now regarding the Chinese-speaking audience and the Chinese televised debate, I guess there would be residents from Aljunied. Also, the general Chinese-speaking populace who would be probably nostalgic for Mr. Lau's oratorical skills in Chinese, and maybe you could give us some reassurances about what's the party doing to try to attract bicultural talents, like you said,
Yes.
and are there any challenges when you are hitting the Aljunied ground and people are asking about Mr. Lau and they're generally, let's say, the Chinese-speaking population, how do you address it?
Well, let me try and deal with. There are a number of questions there, Wyman. Thank you for the question. Generally speaking, as I mentioned in my short address, there's no real difficulty in reaching out to the Chinese-speaking population in Aljunied. We've been here for 9 years, and for some members of Parliament like Ms. Sylvia, a little longer before that. And to be perfectly upfront, they have been wonderful to us. They're very supportive. I speak very rudimentary Mandarin, and they're always very encouraging to me. They say, Pritam, it's okay, 可以啦，一天可以啦, and they've been very supportive. And so it's the same for all of us when we are on the ground. You asked some questions specific to Mr. Lau. It's interesting, as you asked the question, it occurred to me, one of the reasons Mr. Lau joined the Workers' Party in the early 80s is because he felt that the quality of Mandarin translation in some of our collaterals wasn't up to mark. And of course, as an ANTA graduate and someone who speaks at a very high order of Mandarin, his understanding of Mandarin is impeccable, he contributed, he stepped forward. And he said, okay, look, I'm going to step forward, I believe in this, and I'm going to support the party. And we hope more Singaporeans do so as well, bicultural Singaporeans, because that's really the heart and soul of the Workers' Party, and we don't want that to change. But people must be prepared to step forward. And if they're prepared to step forward, we're prepared to meet them halfway. I wonder, Chair, do you want to add something?
我们也是希望这届大选选民会支持工人党，这也会鼓励有潜能的人才加入工人党。下届大选代表工人党来参选。
这你们有没有怎么吸引人才的方法？
当然，我们是尽我们的能力啦。不过，个人也是，如果对政治有兴趣，我们希望他们也是会感染出来。
Mr. Pritam,
Yes.
from today.
Yes, Gerald.
Some people have said that there was a missed opportunity yesterday that the WP did not send anyone to the debate.
Yes.
Could you respond to that? And
Yes.
who are you building today to the Taobao session?
Let me deal with the first question. Well, indeed, if we understand that, we understand that sentiment, which is why I made the statement that I did today. And I think we have to be upfront with our people. If we can do better, we should do better. But as for today, we will be sending one of the candidates, and look forward to it. I shouldn't jump the gun, but we will. like I said, it's just a couple of hours more. I'm sure you'll know who he or she is in good time. Yeah.
There's a comment on the internet that says that the movie has won the English debate.
When we try and put the best people forward to participate in such debates. I think James did credibly for the party, but look, that's not where, that's not the result of the polls. There's a lot of work to do. And all our candidates have to work hard to serve the people on the ground and in Parliament. And so it's more than just debates as well. That's what we tried our best to do in the Workers' Party. We try to get good people who are strong debaters, are able to represent the interests of the public well. Sylvia, do you want to share anything? Where are you from? Well, I mean, this is expected. The PAP, it's an electoral strategy of theirs to try and make that point. But as far as we're concerned, I think Dr. Balakrishnan also said that the manifesto could have been written by someone from the PAP, something to that effect. Well, if that was the case, I hope the PAP takes up all our manifesto points and introduce them into their agenda, because I think that will really change the shape of Singapore, and will have a more caring and compassionate society. I believe you had a question.
I'm Sylvia from Mothership.
Yes.
Confident is your team in winning the ultimate prize?
Well, we don't take any vote for granted. As I've said from day one, it's going to be a tough fight. And we are on the ground every day. We have to be, not just for this campaign period, we've been on the ground for many years. And we've got to continue working hard. And that the results will show on polling day.
On the PAP-like comment that Dr. Egan made,
Why not? I really can't
for
hear you.
voters who might, understand it as, let's say, if I send an alternative voice to Parliament,
Yes.
it's going to be same as PAP. What is
Yes.
your response to that?
Well, I think the response will really have to be, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Did the PAP raise, or did any PAP MP file a question on the Keppel Marine scandal? I think voters should think about that. Why not? Did any of them step up to consider the other perspective to bills like POFMA? I think these are relevant questions Singaporeans need to ask. I think more generally, my feedback and my experience in the party, at least over many years, has been Singaporeans want an opposition. They want an opposition to scrutinize the PAP, but they also they're very discerning as to the type of opposition they want. And we've tried very hard to take that perspective on board, and we have created that sort of culture within the party of an opposition that is credible, not just locally but internationally as well, and that we are proud to stand as Singaporeans in spite of being in the opposition.
So, Mr. Singh,
Yes.
on that topic, wanting to do a voice in the government, right? So now,
You have to forgive me, I can't hear you.
Sorry.
Where are you from?
I'm Khiang from Thia. Yeah. So, with the changes to the NCMP scheme, is the WP going to change its stance towards having NCMPs?
Well, it's a premature question at the moment. I think we've made our views known about the NCMP scheme. I will probably like to end the Q&A here today by just putting this question to Singaporeans. Why is the PAP so magnanimous in offering additional NCMP seats? It's something I hope every voter reflects on, and we will of course make the point through the course of this election campaign. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone. Thank you. Thank you for your time. I do apologize to cutting you off. We've just got to start this outreach today. I think you should wear a short sleeve.
Yeah.
Anna.